Hi everyone, so a slightly different video today compared to my usual beauty and fashion orientated ones. Today I'm going to be doing the 50 random facts about me tag. I think it's a tag, I'm not 100% sure if it is. I haven't been tagged, I've just decided to do it off my own back just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. I would absolutely love it if some of you guys could leave some of your weird and wonderful facts in the comment section down below. Maybe leave like 5 to 10. The weirder the better, I'm certainly not going to judge. But this way we can all get to know each other a little bit more and we can get to know each other a little bit more, and I can do some more of these hand movements. I was meant to be a New Year's baby, which means that I was meant to be born on New Year's Day, which is the 1st of January, but just like I am now, I was late back then too, even to my own birthday, so I was 2 weeks late, which meant that I was born on the 15th of January 1993, making me 22 years old. I'm quite short, I'm actually 5'3", and I get told that in my pictures on my blog I don't actually look that short, and that's very, very good to know because I always try and make my boyfriend make me look as tall as possible in photos, but yeah, I am 5'3" just, I'm barely even that. I don't know if any of you have noticed or if you even be able to tell on camera, but I've got a scar on my hand, and that is because I once had this quite big sort of flat mole and I was really worried about it for ages. I hated how it looked. Everyone always thought I had some sort of like chocolate on my hand or something. So I went to one of the doctor people, I can't remember what they're called, one day, and they said that it was potentially cancer. I mean, it wasn't in the end, but it was quite scary at the time, so I got this taken out, and that's why I have this very, very nice like square scar. But even my boyfriend never really noticed it, so you might not have either, but yeah, that's that. Blogging is actually my full-time job, which I am very, very grateful for, and it makes me feel a little bit less lazy when I spend like 20 hours a day on the internet. But aside from blogging, I do study full-time at university. I'm in my 2nd year, and I transferred from Epsom, which is in Surrey near London, to back down home. So I was in Epsom for like a year, and I basically transferred from doing fashion journalism to normal journalism purely because fashion journalism was way too bitchy, and if you know me, you know that I really cannot be bothered with bitchiness. I'm quite a laid-back person, and I feel like this is about 20 facts already done and dusted. But yeah, I study journalism full-time now as well. When I was about 17, Tumblr actually contacted me and asked me to go along to New York Fashion Week with them, so me being like a 17-year-old who had barely left home ever, I went off for 2 weeks with Tumblr by myself, stayed in like the most amazing hotels, met some really, really cool people that I'm still in contact with now, but that's kind of like where everything sort of started internet-wise. When that kind of happened, I thought, okay, maybe I can actually do something with this internet thing, and that's basically where the idea of my blog came from. I'm lactose intolerant, but I eat a lot of cheese. I'm currently on this low carb diet to basically shift any like excess weight still left over from Christmas. I basically don't eat fruit, obviously like normal starchy carbs like potato or pasta or anything like that. I only eat green vegetables. I can eat everything like bacon and sausages, and I can drink Coke Zero, is like my saviour at the moment. I can eat a few pieces of dark chocolate a day, and yeah, it's basically killing me because moving on to the next fact is that I eat so many sweets normally, it's absolutely insane. There have been so many times my boyfriend has come back from work with a big bag of Haribo for me, and I have just eaten them in like 10 minutes without a second thought, which is probably why I have about 6 fillings in my teeth. But it's worth it. I've never properly broken a bone, but I'm pretty sure I've broken my knuckles once because I got really angry when I was like a stroppy teenager and I punched my wardrobe, and my knuckles literally swelled up to like 3 times the size, and it went black, and my knuckles don't actually look the same anymore. This one kind of looks a little bit flat, so I think I might have broken my knuckle or something around here, but I never went to the hospital for it and it doesn't hurt or anything now, but to my knowledge I haven't actually properly broken a bone. I have to pluck my eyebrows every single day, otherwise I end up with a monobrow. I eat pretty much anything, but I absolutely hate raisins with a passion. I've always hated them. I've kind of gotten used to them now, like the flavoured ones, you can get those cola ones, but I absolutely hate just the normal standard raisins. I will pick them out of any cakes. I'll still eat the cake, obviously, but I literally cannot stand to even touch them. They're just like my least favourite thing ever. I am a really, really bad cook to the point that I can pretty much burn anything. I'm very, very good at making toast, and I'm very good at making super noodles, but apart from that, my boyfriend tends to do all of the cooking, which is alright for me because then I do all of like the cleaning sort of bits. I am such a huge animal person, but I am definitely a cat person over a dog person. I absolutely love dogs, I really, really want one, but cats are just my thing. Whenever I see one on the street, there's like loads around our neighbourhood, I'll name them all different things. There's Jimmy, there's Craig, Brenda, Jeremiah and Bernard. And they're like our neighbour cats that all sort of come and say hello to me every so often. And obviously I've got my two cats as well, if you didn't already know. One of them is called Pepe, which is short for Dr. Pepper, and then we've got Michael, whose full name is Michael McTufterson, because he doesn't actually have a tail, he's got like a stumpy thing. If he sort of shows up at any point, he's like sat here in my basket half asleep, but if he kind of stands up at any point, I'll be sure to show you his tail because it's very, very nice. I drive what my boyfriend likes to call a hairdresser's car. It's the Peugeot 206cc. It's like that convertible one. I have it in like the light blue sort of grey colour, which leads me on to how bad I am at parallel parking. I am horrendous at like reverse parking or just anything that's not just like a pull-in space. And you'll be able to tell that by the fact that I have about 20 little dents on the back of my car from when I used to park in my old car parking space. So yes, if you see me coming, then just get out of the road because I'll probably crash into you or something. Despite being a crazy, wild uni student, I don't actually drink that much, if at all. I don't rule it out completely because sometimes I will just want to have a few drinks. Like if I go to blogger parties or something, I'll have like a glass of champagne or something like that. But generally, I don't actually drink. I'm much more the sort of girl that just likes to sit down with Dominoes, watching Netflix for like 4 hours. Despite this mess I have on my head, I am actually a qualified hairdresser. I was qualified quite young, and I basically got qualified and then didn't do anything with my qualification. So I could technically cut hair, but I wouldn't trust me doing it. I've got quite long eyelashes, and when I was younger I absolutely hated it, so I went at them with a pair of nail scissors and I cut them down into tiny little stumps because I wanted really spidery lashes like all the other cool girls did have in school, and it took such a long time for me to grow back. So now I am very, very pleased that they did actually grow back, otherwise I'd have these like little straight spiky lines just... Ugh. Despite how things might look on my Instagram and blog, I am actually a very, very messy person and I hate it. I try so hard to be like all minimalist and tidy, but I'm not. I can't deny it. I literally make a mess pretty much everywhere I go. If I do say so myself, I am very, very good at rapping. I can memorize different rap songs like so quickly and they'll just stay in my head for like years on end. I can rap that Chris Brown Look At Me Now song with Busta Rhymes, completely nail that Busta Rhymes bit every single time. That's like my calling in life. I think if blogging ever fails, I'll just be this like MTV rapper or something. I have a tattoo of a feather on my left rib cage. I don't really know why I have it. I think it was like an impulse thing and it seemed really, really cool at the time. I don't regret it, but I maybe wish that I could like go over it in something else or just have something that was a little bit more original. I do actually want like a full sleeve as well, but I know that my mum would absolutely kill me. I am very, very particular about my teeth. I know that my teeth are quite big and they're quite low set in my mouth, and before my braces they were like all over my mouth as well. I always used to get called Bugs Bunny, so even now that my teeth are like straight and even though I've had them whitened, although they're probably not looking that white right now, I still get very, very conscious when people tell me to smile in photos. I think I'm just used to the fact of like trying to hide my teeth, but yeah, having braces was probably like one of the best things that ever happened to me. During my sort of rebellious teenager days, I dyed my hair like every colour. I dyed it black, blonde, white, pink, blue, green, purple. There was literally every colour of the rainbow I pretty much did. And also during that time, I got a lot of piercings. My mum wasn't very happy with it, but I got my ears done quite a few times. I don't actually wear anything in them now. I had my ear, like the top part, done quite a few times as well. I had my belly button done twice. I had my nose done either side, and I had a septum piercing. I had my lip done a few times as well, but that didn't stay in for very long. I think that's it, but yeah, I just basically wanted a full face of metal, and now I completely regret it because I've got two little dents in the side of my nose that look like really big blackheads. I used to play the drums and the guitar, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty good at it. I picked it up quite quickly. I actually played in a few pub bands a few times, so that's like my 15 minutes of fame, but now I don't do anything like that at all. This is probably a really unpopular opinion, but I really don't like children, and I know so many people say, oh, one day you'll grow into it and you'll really want kids, but neither me or my boyfriend like kids at all. We really just don't like them. We're more cat people and we treat our cats like children, but I don't think kids is going to be on the cards for us anytime soon, / if ever. I think we'll just stick with Michael and Pepe. I don't tend to do it on camera that much, purely because it would probably come across as me being a complete bitch, but in person I am a very, very sarcastic person and I have a very, very dry sense of humour. I have watched pretty much everything that's worth watching on Netflix. Right now I'm watching Pretty Little Liars, and I think I've gotten to like season 3 after about a week, so yeah, it's safe to say that I do like to binge watch my TV programmes. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2.5 years now, I think. I'm quite a laid back person generally, but I'm always stressed out. My boyfriend always tells me to calm down because everything seems to get on my nerves. Loads of things have to be a particular way with me, not so much with other people, but with myself. I'm very, very self-critical, and that just makes me really, really stressed all the time. So I pretty much have a migraine 24/7. And I always swear a lot, and you have no idea how difficult it is filming videos without saying every 5 seconds. Even though I'm quite a small person, I can eat a lot. In fact, even after 2.5 years, my boyfriend still gets shocked at the amount of pizza and Domino's I can put away. If it's a food that I really, really want to eat, I basically can't stop until I'm about to burst at the seams. I hold my hands up completely to the fact that I absolutely love Jamiroquai. In fact, there's probably not a day that goes by without me actually listening to one of his songs. Couple of favourites, Deeper Underground, Cosmic Girl, all great classics. Definitely recommend you listen to them right now. When I was about 2 years old, my mum turned around and was doing the dishes while I was eating my breakfast, and I shoved millions of Rice Crispies up my nose to the point that they were bulging out of my eyebrow area here, and I had to actually go to hospital and have them tweezed out because she couldn't actually get rid of them because they were so far up my nose. I've never actually practiced it, so I don't know how I actually know it, but I can say the alphabet backwards. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. Boom. I wouldn't say I'm an antisocial person as such. I mean, I guess you could say I'm quite antisocial, but I just really like being in my own company. I'm the sort of person that likes to watch films by myself. I like to go for walks by myself, go for drives by myself, and just have some time with me. I'm always a little bit awkward in overly social situations, so I kind of try and stay away from them as much as possible. I'm fine with a few people and a group of people that I know really, really well. But other than that, if it's a case of either going on a wild night out or staying at home watching Netflix, then I will 100% do the latter. I did 6 A-levels at college, and somehow I managed to pass them all, even after I wangled my way into a 6th one, because I know you're only meant to do 5. I did English, business, film, media, graphics, and then I did a magazine-y sort of thing. I can't remember what it was called, but I basically made a magazine and it counted an A-level or something. One of my biggest pet peeves is rude people and people that just don't say thank you. When you're walking in the street and there's a lot of people and you let someone with a buggy go past or something, if they don't smile or say thank you or even acknowledge me in any way, then I'll just openly say you're welcome very, very loudly and make them feel very, very awkward in front of loads of other people. I think it's just the way that I'm wired, because no matter how hard I try, I'm always going to be that person that goes to bed very, very late and gets up very, very late. Normally for me, a normal bedtime is 4 o'clock in the morning, and that'll literally just be spent sitting at my desk or something doing work. I find that as soon as it hits 12 o'clock, I'm just getting very, very productive. Whereas if I go to bed at a normal time, maybe 11 or 12, and get up at 7 or 8 the next day, I just don't function as a human no matter how hard I try. I absolutely hated school. In fact, it was probably some of the worst years of my life, including college and everything. I was quite badly bullied, nothing overly physical, but people were always very, very nasty to me. I never really fit in. To be honest, I don't really like uni that much either. I'm just doing it for the degree and to get the piece of paper at the end of it. But yeah, when people say that school is the best time of your life, if you're having a shit time, then don't worry, because it really isn't the best time of your life. There are better things to come, I promise you. I am always cold, so I pretty much carry a hot water bottle with me everywhere. I like to have a bath at least once a week, and I like to fill my bath with just hot water, no cold water at all. I get bored so easily, and I've had quite a few decent jobs. There was this one job that I tried really, really hard to get, and when I got it, I absolutely loved it. Then 6 months later, I was so bored of it, and blogging seems to be the only thing that I've actually stuck with. Obviously, I'm English, but I'm actually 100% Cornish, which is now a minority or something. There aren't many people that are actually properly Cornish anymore. I live in Cornwall, I always have done, and if you're not familiar, Cornwall is basically the place where pasties are, and clotted cream, and sticks of rock. It's right down the bottom of England, right on the left. It's near Land's End. It's basically the middle of nowhere, and it takes literally forever to get to anywhere. I mean, it takes me 6 hours to get to London. I don't have as much time for it now, but I absolutely love playing video games Xbox, Xbox One, PS2, PS3, Nintendo 64. I basically got them all, and I absolutely love playing games so much. I really like shooting games. I really like Halo on Xbox, but I also really like the early Harry Potter games where you just collect all the Bertie Bott's every flavour beans, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, all of those classics, Banjo-Kazooie as well, and Sonic. I grew up on games basically, and I still wish that I had so much more free time now, just so I could basically spend all of my life playing games. Let's throw a curveball in here. I've had depression since I was about 15, so that's like 7 years, I think. It's all under control with like medication and different things like that, and you probably wouldn't think it if you spoke to me. But yeah, things were really tough when I was like 15 or 16. It was just like a chemical imbalance, so that's actually one of probably like the biggest facts that people don't really know about me because I never really voice it ever. But yeah, I thought, why not? I'm doing like a 50 facts about me. I may as well throw that in there because it's pretty important, I think. So on a lighter note, I have two other pets aside from Michael and Pepe. I have one leopard gecko called Elvis. He's about this big. And then one other sort of gecko, I forget what type she is, but she's called Pickles and she's about this big. And she's not growing and we really want her to grow so she can have babies with Elvis and we can have like this little cute lizard family. But yeah, I really like lizards now. My boyfriend just came home with one day and that was how our lizard family began. And I'm going to end on a really, really serious note here, guys. This is quite sort of deep and I don't really know how I feel about sharing this with you, but I have a problem and basically I am obsessed with barbecue sauce. I will not go to McDonald's without getting the barbecue sauce. I will take a few of them and I will keep them in my bag, and the amount of times the barbecue sauce has just burst in my bag all over my stuff. But I forgive it every single time, and it really, really, like, it's an emotional thing to talk about. But I just thought I would let you all guys know because obviously it's such a huge part of my life and I feel like things like this need to be discussed. And also, if any of you out there also have a problem with barbecue sauce, I mean, I'm here to talk to you. Don't feel like you're alone because, you know, you're not. I am also completely addicted to the brown goodness that is barbecue sauce. So I hope you enjoyed hearing 50 facts about me. I feel like I've been filming for ages, so fingers crossed this video isn't going to last like half an hour. Like I said before, please leave a few facts about yourself in the comment section down below because I would love to read them. Like I said, the weirder the better. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!